For my family, the holidays aren't just about lights, they're about memories. Last year, my dad wasn't feeling great, so this year, I decided to brighten the house enough to lift everyone's mood. My plan was simple: warm white string lights, a classic wreath, and one small lawn inflatable. Not a theme park, just festive. The neighborhood kids loved it. Every evening felt like a mini parade. Everyone was happy until that letter arrived. The letter said, "Your holiday display violates the community aesthetic guidelines. Please remove within 72 hours to avoid fines." 72 hours? A fine? For what? Launching a rocket? The language was vague. Excessive, distracting, non-conforming colors. No clause numbers, no photos, just take it down. That's when I flipped the script. I decided to document everything, respond calmly, and first learn the rules. Step 1, read your HOA bylaws, CC&Rs, that's covenants, conditions, and restrictions, and the design guidelines. It might feel boring, but it's essential. Here's what to look for. Seasonal decor clauses. Many HOAs allow temporary holiday decor for a certain window before and after the holiday. Brightness and noise. There may be quiet hours, like lights off after 10 p.m. Approvals. Some items need pre-approval, especially big inflatables or roof installs. Enforcement process. Before fines, you usually get a notice, time to fix the issue, and a right to a hearing. In my HOA documents, I found this. Temporary holiday decorations are allowed as long as they're not a safety hazard and are turned off by 10:30 p.m. Perfect. That's exactly what I was doing. And fines? Only after a hearing, not a random 72-hour demand. Step 2, gather evidence. I took daytime and nighttime photos of my setup, neat wiring, no sidewalk obstruction, no sound late at night. My smart plug schedule showed the lights automatically turn off at 10:15 p.m. Step 3, send a polite email. I wrote, "Hi, HOA manager or board. I received a notice. Could you please cite the exact clause that's being violated? Per section X.Y of our guidelines, temporary holiday decor is permitted until date and must be off by 10:30 p.m., which I'm complying with. Attached are photos showing safe wiring and no obstruction. I request a review and, if necessary, a hearing as provided in our bylaws. Thank you. Name, address." Step 4, get neighbor support. I asked a few neighbors for short statements like, "The display is tasteful," and "No disturbance." I compiled everything into one document. Meeting day arrived. The key was to stay calm and stick to facts. They said, "We've received complaints that your lights are excessive and distracting." I responded, "Thanks for letting me know. Could we reference this specific clause? Per section X.Y, seasonal decor is permitted with quiet hours at 10:30 p.m. My lights turn off at 10:15 p.m. There's no music after 7, and the wiring is secured. Also, could we follow the documented fine schedule and courtesy notice procedure in our enforcement policy?" They said, "Maybe the inflatable is the issue." I said, "I'm happy to adjust. If size or placement is the concern, I can reduce the height or move it a few feet back. My goal is compliance and community harmony." The trick is to show you know the rules, you're flexible, and your documentation is strong. Not aggressive, assertive. Even after the meeting, I got another email, a potential fine if I didn't remove the display. But this time, I had everything: clauses, timestamps, neighbor notes. I replied, "Per our enforcement policy section Z, a fine can only be imposed after a formal hearing and a written decision citing specific violations. Please provide the decision in writing with clause references." Meanwhile, I'm implementing additional measures: dimmer settings after 9 p.m. and the inflatable deflated by 9 p.m. I also checked city ordinances, no issues with temporary holiday lights. And to show cooperation, I sent an alternate design mock-up, a simpler color palette, no flashing modes, warm white only. They could see I was willing to work with them. 2 days later, the board responded in writing. As long as the lights remain within the stated hours and the inflatable is deflated by 9 p.m., your display is acceptable. Deal. Result? no fines, decorations saved, neighbors happy. And for next year, clearer guidelines. The board sent a community memo with specific examples. Sometimes clarity is the real victory. Here's your game plan. 1. Read the rules, CC&Rs, design guidelines, and the enforcement policy. Screenshot and highlight the relevant parts. 2. Document everything, photos, videos, timer screenshots, safe wiring. 3. Stay polite and keep everything in writing. Avoid verbal arguments. 4. Ask for specifics. Please cite the exact clause and provide a written decision. 5. Offer solutions. Reduce hours, dim brightness, adjust placement. 6. Use your rights. Most communities require a hearing before fines. 7. Know local laws. City or state ordinances can be clearer than HOA rules. 8. Build goodwill. Neighbor statements help. 9. Get involved. Join the design committee or board. Change is easier from the inside.